There's a quiet sense of loneliness that doesn't look dramatic. You can have relationships, responsibilities, and people around you, and yet still feel alone, not abandoned or rejected, just a quiet sense of disconnection. And most of us try to solve that feeling by distracting. We scroll, we overwork, we numb out, we look for someone to rescue us from it. But loneliness isn't something that you outrun. It's something that you learn to approach. And today I want to offer a 3-step process that contains that approach. Not a quick fix or a productivity hack, but a way to transform your relationship with loneliness for good. So if this sounds like an issue that you deal with, let's dive into those steps now. The first one is simple, and that is to acknowledge it. Not intellectually or philosophically, but emotionally. Loneliness often gets layered with shame. Why do I feel this way? I shouldn't be lonely. Other people have it worse. The moment you judge loneliness, it intensifies. But when you learn to acknowledge it, something shifts. You create containment. Containment means I can feel this without it overwhelming me. You can sit with it, journal about it, pray on it, speak it out loud. Acknowledging loneliness empowers you because instead of being at its mercy, you're now in relationship with it. And that subtle shift changes everything. After containment comes comfort. Loneliness isn't weakness. It's often a nervous system state. And nervous systems need soothing. And this is where most adults struggle. We know how to achieve, we know how to endure, but we're not that great at comforting ourselves. Comfort reconnects you, not by eliminating loneliness, but by softening it. So it's important to ask yourself, what comforts you? Is it time in nature, calling a friend, playing with a pet, lighting a fire, listening to music, or reading a book? Comfort says to your system, you are not alone with this. And when your body feels safer, connection feels present again. The last step of this process is moving from soothing to adjusting. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's also information. And information gives us the opportunity to adjust. The type of adjustment I'm talking about is responsibility, the ability to respond to what's important and your needs. In order to begin adjusting, you got to ask yourself about loneliness. What is it wanting? Is it wanting more depth, more play, more connection, more purpose, more community? This is where you can begin to experiment with adjustments, not desperately, but deliberately. Asking these questions around adjusting may help you discover new possibilities to help your loneliness. Do you want to volunteer more of your time? Do you need to change where you work or how you work? Do you need to connect more with your family or friends or yourself? Loneliness often transforms once movement begins. Humans bond through shared activity, not just shared emotion. And not always is adjusting about adding people. Sometimes it can be about adding meaning. And you can do that through things like rituals. The important thing is to make adjustments that bring new energy in, because loneliness shrinks when your life feels alive. So the hidden gem here is that loneliness is not a sign of weakness or something wrong. It's actually a sign that you're wired for connection. And connection begins internally. If you skip acknowledgement, you become reactive. And if you skip comfort, you often feel desperate. And if you skip adjusting, you may stagnate and prone to repeat this experience. But when you move through all three, acknowledge, comfort, and adjust, loneliness becomes a doorway. It teaches you how to be with yourself, and from that grounded place, your relationships change. They become less about filling a void and more about sharing fullness. So if you've been feeling lonely lately, you're not failing. You're being invited into deeper connection. Start by acknowledging it. Write a page, text a friend, say a prayer, go for a walk. These small acts of acknowledgement, comfort, and adjustment compound. And before you know it, loneliness becomes connection. Not because someone saved you, but because you learned how to approach it. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.